You are in Paris, the city of love, standing in front of the Eiffel Tower. The sky is blue, birds are singing, and you and your partner are about to share a beautiful moment, except there is a problem. Everywhere you turn, people are waving selfie sticks, busloads of tourists are swarming, and someone just knocked over your carefully chosen baguette. Romantic? Maybe. Stressful? Definitely. Host lowers voice conspiratorially. But what if I told you Paris has secret spots that are even more romantic than the Eiffel Tower? Yep, they exist, and I'm about to reveal hidden gems that I will make your Parisian getaway one for the books. Grab your croissants and let's get started. Number 10. Parc Monceau, a secret oasis of tranquility and charm. Let me introduce you to Parc Monceau, quite possibly the most enchanting spot in all of Paris, and a true hidden gem for couples. Tucked away in the 8th arrondissement, this park isn't just any green space. It's a romantic retreat where history and nature come together in a stunning display of tranquility and beauty. Cut to shots of winding pathways, classical statues, and lush greenery. With winding paths, picturesque bridges, and a majestic Corinthian colonnade, Parc Monceau feels like you have stumbled into a romantic novel. It's the perfect place to steal a quiet moment with your special someone, whether you are lounging by the beautiful pond or having a picnic under the grand trees. Number 9. Le Marais. History meets romance in Paris. Le Marais is one of Paris' oldest districts, and it's filled with historic charm, narrow streets, and hidden courtyards. It's like walking through history, except with way more art galleries and trendy cafes. If you and your partner love to mix romance with culture, this place is a dream come true. And do not misplace Devages, the oldest planned square in Paris. This quiet, tree-lined square is the perfect spot to sit, relax, and soak in the atmosphere, while pretending you are French aristocrats from the 17th century. Très chic. Le Marais is like a living museum, showcasing centuries of Parisian history. Walking through its streets feels like stepping back in time, as the area boasts some of the oldest and most well-preserved architecture in the city. The neighborhood name, Le Marais, which means the marsh, dates back to the Middle Ages, when the area was a swamp before being transformed into a fashionable district by French aristocrats. Number 8. Pont des Arts, sunset views and serenity. The Pont des Arts, the infamous Love Lock Bridge, where couples use to attach padlocks as symbols of their everlasting love. While the locks are long gone, thank you, structural damage, the romance is still very much alive. This pedestrian bridge offers stunning views of the Seine and some of the most iconic landmarks in Paris, making it the perfect spot for a romantic evening stroll. Grab a spot at sunset, let the golden light wash over you, and enjoy the quiet serenity. And if you want to make things even more romantic, pack a bottle of wine and some cheese for a riverside picnic afterward. Number 7. Musée de la Vie Romantique, a little museum full of love. If you're a couple who's into art, history, and old-school romance, the Musée de la Vie Romantique is an absolute must-visit. Tucked away in the charming Pétal district, this cozy museum is housed in a 19th-century mansion that feels like it belongs in a love story. As you explore the museum's collection of paintings, sculptures, and personal belongings from the Romantic era, you can't help but be swept up in the passion and emotion that define the time. It's a place where love is not just an idea, but a tangible force that can be seen in every brushstroke and piece of poetry. After you've soaked up all the romantic vibes, head to the museum's garden cafe, where you can sip tea, nibble on pastries, and imagine yourselves as 19th century poets writing sonnets to each other. The quiet, intimate atmosphere makes this the perfect spot to reflect on the beauty of love, both in art and in life. Number 6. La Promenade Plantée, a secret garden walk above Paris. Next up, we have La Promenade Plantée, a hidden elevated garden that offers a unique and romantic escape above the streets of Paris. Once a railway line, this 4.7-kilometer walk now features lush greenery, beautiful flowers, and scenic views that make it feel like you've discovered a secret garden in the heart of the city. As you stroll along, you'll pass through peaceful tunnels, over charming viaducts, and along quiet garden paths that offer stunning glimpses of the city below. The tranquility of this hidden gem makes it the perfect place for couples to enjoy a quiet moment together, far from the noise and crowds of Paris's more famous landmarks. And because it's still relatively unknown, you'll often find yourselves alone, with nothing but the sound of birds and the rustling of leaves to accompany you. Number 5. Parc des Buttes-Chaumont, a secret garden above the city. Ready for a little nature? Parc des Buttes-Chaumont, a lesser-known gem in the northeast of Paris, is the perfect spot for couples looking to escape the city without leaving it behind. This vast park has everything a romantic escape needs: waterfalls, cliffs, a hidden grotto, and even a temple perched on top of a hill. The landscape here is so dramatic that it feels like you've stepped into an epic romance novel, with stunning views that stretch out over the city. Whether you're picnicking by the lake, wandering through the park's hidden pathways, or climbing to the temple for a breathtaking view of the city below, there's a sense of adventure and romance at every turn. Despite its size, the park offers plenty of secluded spots where you can steal a quiet moment together, far from the crowds. And if you're lucky, you might even catch a glimpse of the Eiffel Tower in the distance, a reminder that you're still in the heart of Paris. Number 4. Canal Saint-Martin, a hipster's paradise with a romantic twist. If you're a couple who prefers cool, artsy spots to traditional tourist traps, Canal Saint-Martin is the place for you. This hipster haven is filled with tree-lined paths, quaint iron bridges, and bustling cafes where locals sip espresso and chat the day away. The atmosphere here is relaxed and effortlessly cool, making it the perfect place for couples who want to experience a different side of Paris. As you stroll along the canal, you'll pass street art, trendy boutiques, and plenty of cozy spots where you can sit and watch the world go by. For a true adventure, why not rent a boat and float down the canal together? It's the Parisian version of a Venice gondola ride, but with a more laid-back, indie vibe. Or, if you prefer to stay on dry land, take a long, romantic walk along the water's edge, soaking in the artsy atmosphere and enjoying each other's company. Either way, Canal Saint-Martin is the perfect backdrop for a love story that's as unique as you are. Number 3. Île Saint-Louis, a peaceful island retreat. Now let's slow things down a bit with Île Saint-Louis, a tiny island in the heart of Paris. This is the spot for couples who want to escape the city's hustle and bustle and just be together. Be romantic. Be the kind of people who casually stop for artisanal ice cream at Berthelon, one of the best ice cream shops in the city. I'm telling you, this ice cream is so good, even your taste buds will fall in love. Wander the narrow streets, explore cute boutiques, and soak in the quiet, peaceful vibe of this little island. It's almost like Paris made this place just for couples who need a breather from, life. And with no cars around, the only traffic you will have to deal with is an occasional boat sailing by on the Seine. Number 2. Jardin des Plantes, a secret garden of romance. Next up, Jardin des Plantes. If you and your partner are more flower-loving nature enthusiasts, then let's take a selfie with a monument. This place is for you. This botanical garden is 400 years old, meaning it's seen more romance than any rom-com ever made. The garden has winding paths, stunning flower beds, and enough greenery to make you feel like you are in a fairy tale. And if flowers alone do not seal the deal, the Jardin des Plantes is also home to the Menagerie, the second oldest zoo in the world. Take a stroll, hand in hand, past red pandas, lemurs, and exotic birds. Because nothing says romance like exotic animals watching your every move. Oh, and if you want to impress your partner with your intellectual side, drop by the Grande Galerie de l'Evolution. You can admire ancient fossils and talk about the circle of life, all while trying not to make terrible dinosaur puns. Number 1. Montmartre, the artistic soul of Paris. First stop, Montmartre, known as the bohemian heart of Paris. Montmartre feels like you have just stepped into a movie think Amélie, but with less whimsical piano music and more, real life. Perched on a hill in the 18th arrondissement, this area is a maze of charming cobblestone streets, each one begging you to get a little lost in a cute, romantic way, of course. And at the top of the hill, Sacré-Cœur Basilica, with the most stunning view of Paris you could imagine. Couples come here to cuddle on the steps, sip coffee, and gaze out over the city below. Fun fact, sunsets here are so breathtaking, even the pigeons get emotional. Thanks for exploring the romantic gems with me. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more hidden treasures and travel tips. See you in the next adventure.